Who gives away this bride today? Thank you all, and welcome to the friends and family that are here today to celebrate the union of Lauren and Thaddeus. This occasion not only marks the beginning of their marriage commitment together, but is the start of a journey they embark on today, a new life together, built on the foundations of trust, compassion, and respect. I've been privileged to call Lauren a friend for over 15 years, many here much longer than that. We've had a chance as friends to share milestones together, mostly highs, some lows, but the greatest privilege and the biggest milestone thus far is to witness these two great people together join in marriage. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. For the love of exploration, people will risk their lives to go to the deepest oceans or to the highest peaks. But the greatest bond is love is the bond shared between two people when they decide to forsake all others and be joined together as one, to share the joys, pitfalls, and sorrows of life together, to take one another's burden as their own. If there's any magic in this life, it's that electricity that attracts two people, not just for a fleeting moment, but for forever. Before we begin with the vows, Kim Scott has a reading for the couple and for all in attendance.
You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will, those late night talks, and those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those things, all those promises that are unspoken matters of the hearts. All these common things and many more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to take are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things that we've been promising to each other, that we've hoped and dreamt? Well, I meant it, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher, for you have learned much from one another. And you will learn much more from one another over these last few years and years to come. Now you shall say a few words that take you across a threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between the two of you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife.
Before we begin with the ceremony, the couple have prepared their own vows for one another. I would like to invite Lauren to share hers first.
Thaddeus, Bert, Bunsen. Yes. I was blessed at birth with a family who loved and accepted me, faults and all, no matter what. I never had to hide who I was. I never had to pretend. It was a feeling of home within a home. And I truly felt I would not be able to experience that same unconditional love of a partner. But that all changed when I met you. After our very first date, I proudly, and probably much to their relief, proclaimed to my folks, I know this is the one. And here we are, almost 3 years exactly from our first date, getting married. I'm not nervous, although the shakiness in my voice would suggest otherwise. I'm not scared. And that's because being with you is like coming home. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, not as you'd like them to be. Thank you for loving me for who I am, and thank you for being my home. I love you.
Now, Thaddeus, you have the vows that you would like to deliver.
Lauren, throughout our process of being married, I was asked numerous times, what was the moment that you knew? And I thought that's a very arbitrary question. When does something so complex exactly start? But it was a serious question nonetheless, and I gave it serious thought because it was very, I thought of it as something of a process. My mind worked a little differently. Was it like the first date when I just thought, this is the odd coworker, but yeah, okay. To then, going from having talks about nothing and everything, 90s classic Judd Apatow movies. What was the exact moment? I can't say that for sure, but I've thought about that process a lot. It's very serious, and I guess I want to say first, I love you. That's why we're here. That's why everyone's here. And also to have the witness for engaging in something so serious with somebody I deeply love, admire, and respect. And so I can't say when that exact moment was in the past, but in terms of the future, I definitely want to make the vows to you that I'm making them because this is the person that I love, admire, respect, could not imagine anybody else, could not imagine any other life or future without you. You are an essential element of now me and the shared world, and I could not ask for anything more. You truly are the most, again, valuable thing in my life, and I could not ask for anything different. Again, love you. I'm very happy that our witness is here for that because, again, this is a serious deal, and I gave it a lot of serious thought when people said that, and I thought a lot about that, and I don't know how to tie all those complexities into something so neat as into a moment, but I've thought about it a lot, and I'm mostly come to the conclusion I'm very lucky and very happy because of you. I love you.
Well, all right. Is that it?
It's a part two, yeah.
Okay. Well, here we go. Let's begin with Lauren. Not yet. Lauren Lee Sprague, do you take Thaddeus to be your husband? Do you promise to stand by his side through sickness and health, joy and sorrow, for richer or for poor, so long as you both shall live? Thaddeus Bertle Wakeman, do you take Lauren to be your wife? Do you promise to stay by her side through sickness and health, joy and sorrow, for richer or for poor, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Best man, can you please present the couple with the rings? These rings symbolize the never-ending love that you two have for each other. Its form has no beginning and no end. Instead, they represent this occasion as one chapter of life ends and your story together begins. May they serve as a welcome and a constant reminder of the bond you've formed with your partner and the promises you've made today. Please repeat after me, Lauren first. I, Lauren, give you Thaddeus. This ring is a symbol of my enduring love and pledge of devotion. With this ring, I thee wed. Now, repeat after me, please. I, Thaddeus,
I, Thaddeus,
give you Lauren,
give you, Lauren.
This ring is a symbol of my enduring love
This ring is a symbol of my enduring love
and pledge of devotion.
and pledge of devotion.
With this ring,
With
I
this
thee
ring.
wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
Well, Lauren and Thaddeus, with the power vested in me by the state of Missouri, I am pleased to pronounce you husband and wife. Thaddeus, you may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Wakeman.